some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah, day.
Well,
good evening and welcome to Stupid O'Clock.
He keeps cutting that shorter and shorter. I don't know.
Indigenous.
Indigenous?
And ditching us. You know,
and ditching us. Well, you know, maybe he had to go back down the hallway.
I had a horrible thought today. So, can you imagine if Joe Dog? Can you imagine if Joe Dog was triplets?
I don't think they make that much ammunition.
Let's see. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Carl. Hey, Donna. Who else is here? We got anybody? Dan Hollifield. Hey, oh, Don's here. Hey, why is Don not here? Okay.
Because Dawn is still probably a little bit under the weather.
Oh.
And if she's not, I'm getting a whole new insight into her neck pain because I've been outside working on the barbecue patio all day long. Dropped a concrete block on the tip of my index finger on my right hand. Huge
Don't do that.
blood blister. Yes, I know, don't do that, but it's too late. It's already been done. That's going to make typing a little painful. But yeah, I got a lot done. Got one of the dangerous about to fall pine trees cut down today. When the guy cut down the last 20 foot of it, it shook the house like an earthquake. Just boom! I knew exactly what it was. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Hey.
All right. Sorry about that.
Dawn, your 50% is better than most people's 100%. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah. I agree, Dan. Sorry about that. Had some sudden business I had to take care of. And it wasn't down the hall. It was
in the hall. He didn't make it.
I had to get some stuff ordered so I can have it by the end of the month.
Oh, Lindsay asked me today, is there anything that you need to order for Amazon? Because I got free shipping for the next few hours. And I'm going, honey, I ain't been looking at Amazon. I don't know. Other than more copies of my book, which I should be able to get through my publisher with a discount, I don't think of anything right offhand.
Well, if you got Amazon Prime Video, new series started today. Kevin Bacon, The Bondsman.
Do not have
He's a
Amazon
it's kind of like
Prime.
It's kind of like Redneck Constantine. He's a demon hunter.
Well, I say it. I'm saying it's more like a hillbilly Spawn.
Oh, darn. Yeah, I need to get more copies of that, but like I said, I should be able to get those with a discount my from my publisher. Carl, that's very concerning. Um, we do not know. I've been keeping track of this for quite a while. Uh, so far, Disney has not said we ain't giving you no more money.
I am very shocked that the BBC didn't start a Doctor Who network, a cable thing like BBC America.
They're more.
Lord knows they got enough programming to put into a Doctor Who cable site.
Well,
It's
if
the same 7 actors every night, though.
hey, if anybody has any Doctor Who back episodes, right, it's Paramount Plus. They're like the free channel of Pluto is their free channel, and they have a Doctor Who channel.
BritBox used to have one. Of course, I only need about half of the most recent season, and I'll have all of them myself.
Well, I will talk to a former doctor real soon, and we'll find out.
Is this the screwdriver doctor?
Yep. All the doctors have a screwdriver.
He may not know an awful lot about the production schedule, but I can't wait to see how this particular practical joke plays out. I hope you've got somebody dependable to stand around with a camera so we can make a meme out of it.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna take a picture of him holding it, and then have a 8x10 of it, and
that's not sufficient meme material. It needs to be a moving picture. And I don't mean going from one side of the channel to the other while it plays.
No, have a picture of him holding it or actually signing it, blow it up to an 8x10, add that in the charity auction. That's better than any certificate of authenticity.
Hey, it would be a certificate of authenticity. You wouldn't believe this is my first rum of the night. I'm just very tired. I've been working all day. Don't know you.
Yeah, today was my lazy day because yesterday I pulled maintenance on lawnmowers and mowed the yard, which it needed it so badly. It wasn't so much mowing as bush hogging.
I've got to do that. I'm actually going to have to use the riding mower in the backyard because it's gotten entirely too tall for the push mower to be able to be endurable.
Yeah, I've got a sharp What?
Skunk! Hey! Long time no see.
Get in here.
I was starting to message you. I'm going to send you a link. I don't know if you're on the...
Is he better be.
I mean, seriously, I miss Skunk a lot.
We haven't heard any news from the Skunk Rocker Wrestling Association.
Do you doubt he's not holding some championship belt right now? I mean, it's Skunk. He can do this.
Well, dagnabbit.
We need to drag Skunk up to Outdoor Con.
It's been a while since he's been to outside.
That and he hadn't
Oh.
seen my new truck. So I'm so happy to get a new truck. It was white till pollen season hit. Now it's
I don't even want to talk about pollen. I look to oh, he's driving.
In Tennessee, where it's illegal to be on a cell phone while you're driving.
same in Georgia.
I think he's still doing the groom transportation.
The last I heard he was.
Hey, can I put in a request for my next groom transportation driver? Have it be Skunk? I'd love that. Lindsay'd love it too.
I don't think he's got the Atlanta route.
Yeah, I think that's what he does.
We can fix
It
that.
seems I remember something about Nashville, but I might be wrong.
Well, one of the neat things about the groom transportation, for people, that are from far away coming to conventions in Chattanooga, you fly to Atlanta, grab the groom transportation back up, and sometimes you're actually back in Chattanooga before your connecting flight leaves Atlanta.
I've experienced those drivers. I didn't know that vans could do Mach 6.
No,
Well, getting out of Atlanta ain't so hard.
just get around.
There's millions of people that have never been able to get out of Atlanta. They're still stuck on 285 going round and round and round.
Oh,
I'm kind of sorry that I took a nap before the show. Now I'm hungry, but we're here, so I can't go fix supper. Well, I will survive.
and you got 3 hours to go, Dan,
I know.
or 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Hey, nobody shows up for Last Man Standing. It'll be like a 30
Hey,
minute show.
it's his show. He can run as long as he wants to.
6 or 8 weeks or 5 minutes. I've been tempted to piss Carl off and just run the intro and then run the outro, and that's it.
Uh-oh.
Run the intro, run about 8 commercials, run the outro, and close it.
I don't have 8 commercials. All my commercials are for me. I've only got like 3.
Run them twice.
Oh, Donna, I am very sorry. 4:30 this morning. Yeah, I was up at the.
Well, it woke me up. Well, Donna, don't feel bad. It woke me up too, about the same time.
I was up at an ungodly hour this morning because Lindsay did not want to to deal with the tree guy. I swear that was my first rum. Why am I slurring?
Because it was all the vodka you drank before it.
I don't drink vodka. Occasionally I will sip it, but not today.
Oh, well, actually, most of my favorite cocktails involve vodka. So
yeah. I'm kind of fond of a gimlet myself, but that's because I really like lime. No, I was asleep. I woke up at like 6:40 this morning and went, nope way. And then about 8:30, Lindsay comes running in the bedroom and going, "He's here. The tree guy's here." And I'm going, "Yes, dear. I'm getting up right now." So got up, threw some clothes on, went outside, and showed him where I wanted the brush from the trees he was going to have to cut down to be put. He got an adorable little John Deere lawn tractor with the clamp thing on the front and a little bitty, totally inefficient pusher blade on the back, and he did a lot with the equipment he brought. So, one of the dangerous trees is gone. He'll be back tomorrow morning. He's going to cut the other dangerous tree down and move it off back into the woods, piece by piece. And then I find out how big a check I have to write for him.
Oh, he ain't told you a price yet?
Lindsay hired him. It's all right.
I'm gonna Padre.
It's all right. It's not like I'm broke yet. Although her dentures cost me $8,000. It was all paid for up front. There's not going to be any more additional payments.
Oh, I was telling you last week about that guy that up in Tacoma had to cut down that sequoia.
I don't envy him.
$61,000.
I certainly don't envy him.
How much did they make off of the tree?
Oh, he kept the tree. He needed the firewood.
Oh, no. That's like art, right? That's like, there's sculptors in California that would pay for, a nice 3x3x6 chunk of that.
No. This thing was 8 foot around at the trunk.
Yeah.
Or 8 foot across at the trunk. And he was cutting
by pi.
He was cutting them into 12-foot lengths all the way down.
Oh, that's going to make some beautiful boards. No, that will make some seriously beautiful lumber.
Yeah, one of his men, when he would, cut the limb, when he cut it down, he literally started at the top and cut down.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, Zach.
Hey, there is Zach.
Joe Dog, do you recognize the comment just before Zach?
That's Adam.
Oh, okay. I was worried that was a troll.
Yeah.
Well, it's Adam. It might still be a troll.
Isn't it funny how somebody can have an average name like Adam and then they have a, web name like this? So that's.
And
there's an Adam. Wait, there you go. Okay.
He switched identities.
Yeah, he's one of Zach's people. Of course, Zach calls him a troll. Zach needs to hire him to cover all the Rocket Lab launches.
Zach calls us trolls. I mean, seriously.
But when he would cut the branches, any branch bigger than this,
yeah,
he was cutting sections like this, and he's going to turn and make bowls and all that out of it.
Alexa, turn on studio lights. I can't. Joe's over there hiding in the shadows.
Studio light is on. Alexa, turn on the office light.
Okay.
That's why I have it off. Alexa, turn off the office light.
Okay.
You know, some of us have green screens to hide all our crap. Just out of, that's
It's too much hassle.
no, it ain't.
Oh,
You get you a simple little rod and hang it up, and go to Walmart and get you 3 yards of Kelly green felt, or not felt.
or you just
fleece.
use the option on StreamYard to imitate green screen, and you don't have to have one. I'm going.
Yeah, Joe, try that.
I bought 12 yards of Kelly green material and hung curtains, and now I don't need it.
12 yards.
I got a big room.
Joe looks like a Banksy art installation. That's
Joe is a Banksy art
Banksy art.
installation.
actually he looks like one of the background characters in Speedy Gonzalez cartoons.
Oh, he's standing in front of my bookshelf in the hallway. The dog's gonna knock his ass down.
That's why I don't use it.
Joe Dog McKeel, he carries a pistol. Yes.
Well, you know who the new voice of Speedy Gonzalez is, don't you?
Is it one of the guys from Pinky and the Brain?
No. Gabriel Iglesias.
That would have been my pick too.
Boy.
Fluffy's back.
And he's also a couple other characters.
Did you see that
Well-
post I put on Stupid O'Clock about their doing the new Naked Gun series?
No.
Liam Neeson is going to be playing Frank Drummond's son. I believe he's Frank Drummond Jr. or something like that.
The Leslie Nielsen character?
Yes.
Oh, those are big shoes to fill.
And Liam Neeson doing it?
Yes.
Well, he got big
I-
feet.
I posted the trailer for it on Stupid O'Clock. You get a chance, go look at it. It's hilarious.
Oh, new movie coming out. It was quashed by Warner Brothers, as a tax write-off. I mean, it was shot, edited, printed, in the can, ready to roll, ready for release. And Warner Brothers quashed it as a tax write-off.
Oh, we actually mentioned that last Saturday. So, Val Kilmer died. So
Yeah. Very, very young. I mean, I'm 2 years older than he
65.
was.
Yeah.
But it's called Coyote versus Acme.
Oh, I've heard about that one.
It's getting to be released.
Yes, I heard that it was going to be released finally.
Isn't that one
it's
that
a courtroom
done
drama.
quarter like Roger Rabbit?
Sort of. If you ever
A mix
saw
of live action and animation.
if you ever saw Space Jam with Michael Jordan and the Warner Brother characters, this one is going to be done sort of like that. But it's Wile E. Coyote in a courtroom drama. He's suing Acme Corporation
For all the defective products.
for all the defective products they sold him.
Carl, you may be 65, but you got Donna to take care of you. I'm 67, and I've got Lindsay to take care of me, so I'm doing all right, and so are you.
I'm 60 and I've got Donna to take care of me, so I'm a dead son of a bitch.
Yes, we keep awaiting the fateful frying pan flying through the doorway. Donna's yes, Donna
I
is
keep it. I keep it where I can find where she can't get it.
on a tall shelf.
Then I won't be able to get to it.
In the basement, then.
Uh,
We did a 12-hour cook on the smoker grill of a 15-pound Boston butt pork roast.
mm.
So I've got like a gallon and a half of pulled pork barbecue.
Who were you partnering with?
Me and my mom.
Skunk, you've got us. All you got to do is holler.
Skunk. Believe me. Just say yes. You won't be alone. You might be unhappy after a little while, but you won't be alone for long. And it might be a pain in the butt to get rid of who it is that's making you unhappy, but good Lord.
My watch battery's dying.
Well, get a watch that winds up.
Then it wouldn't light up in the dark with the Indiglo feature that my Timex has, which was very handy in a tactical situation. It's also got a stopwatch, which came in handy on PT test. So,
Well, Bauer is stepping up their game.
Who, what?
what?
How Harbor Freight's Bauer brand,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they now have a nailer and a
Electric or air?
electric and a router.
An electric router. That would be kind of battery powered router would be very
Yeah.
cool. Because
Yeah.
that's the one thing I always hated about running a router was the damn cord.
Exactly. Joe Dog, I think you bought a welder from them.
Yeah,
Is it any good?
you saw Grillzilla, didn't you?
Yes,
didn't
I
fall
did, but
It didn't fall apart on the way down there.
It did on the way back, but that's new.
is it something I could afford? Because I'm beginning to need a welder.
Give me just a second, and I will tell you.
Welders are not that expensive for just a basic arc welder. It's all the equipment that goes with it that costs a damn fortune.
I could use Dad's. He's not going to anymore. Unless my brother stole it all. Actually, he's got a Lincoln welder somewhere on the farm, unless my brother took it. But I don't have the 240 volt plug-in to
Lincoln
make use of it.
used to have Lincoln used to have a store here in Chattanooga, retail
There's-
store.
Yeah, they're still down on Rossville Boulevard.
Are they still? I was going to look.
You can get the titanium Easy Flux 125 amp welder for $149.
Jesus, pocket change.
Of course, you also have to buy the roll of flux wire, and you're going to need a helmet
And gloves
and gloves.
and a
Like
hammer.
I said, go raid the utility room at Mom and Dad's and get Dad's supply if my little brother hasn't taken everything already.
But yeah, they say frequently bought together. You get the welder, a 2-pound roll, and two welding helmets for $424.96.
I'm not safe on Beeblebrox. What do I need 2 welding helmets for?
Never hurts to have a second one around.
Oh, something else to clean spiders out of if I ever
They're,
had to
they're
use
disposable welding helmets.
But just about.
them. Right.
They take a certain. They're the auto darkening.
Oh, okay.
Only thing is, it takes a special battery that nobody carries.
Well, I guess I don't want those, do I? I want the old-fashioned kind. Go flip. Where did I put that metal?
I made the mistake of turning off the auto darkening. To save the battery, you turn it off. And went to strike an arc. I'm like, man, this thing's not.
I can't believe this thing did not show up. I typed in welding, and it didn't show up.
What?
CNC Oxygen Company. That's that one down there on Russell Boulevard.
Okay.
Showed me a bunch of the industrial welding companies, but it didn't show me that one.
It just sent me the receipt for the Andre Norton book that I purchased as an ebook.
What'd you get?
Already done. It's called Scarface. It's one that I got as a Scholastic Books special deal for 50 cents back in the day. And the ebook is only $1.99, and it's Andre Norton, which is never a bad investment. There you go. Thank you, Joe Dog. Let me pop that up here so I can.
It's a 110. You got to have a dedicated 20 amp breaker.
You can't plug anything else with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll weld through 1/8-inch steel.
Hey.
Get it too hot, it'll blow through 1/8-inch steel.
Yes,
Learn that the hard way.
I am quite aware of the need to start out low and just gradually increase the voltage until you get to the place where you need to be.
Yeah, you can adjust the wire feed and the thickness. And
thank you for the link. I've got it bookmarked.
I've got one, and of course, I got some stuff I'm gonna need to weld up this year, but
Hi.
It's a good
Basic.
It's a good backyard welder.
Okay.
About the best way to describe. I wouldn't call it a shop welder, but the guy working in the backyard.
Well, considering that Dad taught me how to use the one he had, which was machine shop quality, and probably more versatile than I would ever need. And we used to weld plowshares together so we didn't have to buy new plowshares. Hey, plows get a lot of friction from the dirt. They wear out really quickly. You get 3 or 4 of them together and weld them and remount them, and you saved
Keep it
yourself.
going.
You saved yourself quite a chunk.
Oh,
I actually played with it a little bit one day and welded myself up a saber from broken fencing foils.
Dan, you would have died laughing watching me weld the Grillzilla to the new trailer. I needed to get under it, but I couldn't, sort of lean. So me and Chris devised a little method. We used a car ramp.
I wouldn't have laughed at that. That's a good idea.
Laid on it. Zzz.
Oh crap! Now I just thought of something I should have asked Lindsay to go ahead and order for me while she still had the free shipping. The stationary car jacks, the ones that don't leak down, they're not hydraulic, they're mechanical all the way
Yep.
through.
The jack stands.
Yeah, exactly. I need about 4 of those. But I guess I'll have to order it sometime when I don't have free shipping. So
Well, see what Harbor Freight has.
probably the same thing. Probably the same thing. I haven't.
Yeah, I
been
found
able-
a set that had a 10-ton floor jack and 2 jack stands. It was just about $120, $130. Wasn't bad.
I don't remember where I was going with that, so y'all continue. Don't need them for a car. I need them for the freaking house. Is what I was about to say. We got to jack up floor joists and put patches in there. Once the termite service has been out and exterminated these pests. Glad I already bought some of the lumber. But I figured I'd just leave them there. I mean, once the termites are dead, just go ahead and put in reinforcements, and that'll be good enough till I'm dead.
Those would probably have to come from orange and blue.
Haven't the faintest idea, but remember, I've only got a crawl space. I don't have a basement.
Yeah, well, they make short ones. Home Depot and Lowe's. Shit.
Oh,
Come on, brain. I remember, only way I can remember them is orange or blue.
you're asking too much of your brain, Joe Dog.
And they're called screw jacks.
Yeah. And you can lock them in place and leave them there for long periods of time.
Yeah. But the best, if you're going to leave them in place, best thing to do is, it's like you said, you're in a crawl space, but dig down about 12 inches, pour a little concrete pad.
I'd probably be better off for as quick as she wants it done. I'd probably be better off with a capstone and a couple of concrete blocks and another capstone. See, this is what I'm up against. Everything has to be done in one day.
Can't be done in one day.
I know that. You know that. Try explaining that to her.
I'm in the process of buying the wood to redo my front porch.
Now, remember, I haven't seen your front porch, so I don't know.
It's like a deck. It's 6
Okay.
foot wide. And I go to Lowe's and Home Depot and go through their Coalwood.
Okay.
And I find their 12-foot deck boards or whatever. And I'll pull a tape measure on it. And if it's more than 6 foot, I'll mark it. And they'll cut one for free.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a 12-foot deck board for $2 or $3.
That's a good plan right there.
And it's already pre-cut to where once I go replace them, I just lay the good parts up and get it to get the side up against the house nice and straight, chalk line on the other end.
Mm-hmm. And Carl, yeah. It's not that I have to replace the previous columns. It's just there's not one in the place where I need it to be. So,
Is it termite missing or?
No, it's just the crawl space has concrete block supports, column supports, and there's not one in the correct space that I need one to be right now. So there's one spot in the house that needs to be raised up by about 3/4 of an inch.
There he is.
Skunk, hey!
Welcome back, brother.
Oh, son, I have missed you so much.
We all have.
So what's going on the Skunk News Network?
Nothing.
Well,
Were you pulling out a belt?
What, this? Something.
Oh, I thought you was going to show us your trophy belt.
I don't have one of those.
I figured
well, you will one day. I believe in you.
Maybe.
Meow. I know that sound.
They got to give him one so he can smack the competition in the head with it.
Oh,
Oh, what a pretty little kitty cat.
It's not a cat, it's a skunk.
no, but I can guarantee if that cat had a stripe down his back, he
One time or another.
wouldn't have thought twice about bringing it home.
Hey, whitewash works wonders. I've watched the cartoons too. Oh,
Somebody's being loved.
we have missed you very much, Skunk. Haven't
So what-
seen very
what's it-
many
so what's it-
updates to your channel.
Him, her, him, his
What?
name?
What, the cat?
Yeah.
Her name is Honey Bunny.
And she doesn't want to be on camera any more than Lindsay does.
She goes back and forth. Usually, if I'm in a call, she'll want to jump up here and immediately start messing with the screen. I just got home, so I think she's more in the hey, feed me and play with me mood than the being on camera.
So are you still with Groom?
Yeah.
Good. They're well. I say they're good people to work for, but I don't know from experience.
they're
They're
great.
good
I
people
love
to
my
hire.
I love my job. I'm happy with what I do. I'm very happy.
Well, it's got to be better than all the delivery stuff you used to do.
Well,
I would
technically,
say-
technically, it's
No,
still delivery. So
Yeah, I would say it's. I would say about 50-50, to be honest with you.
Well, you
You
did
pretty
have
much-
some. You
you
did
pretty
have some fun with the delivery stuff you were doing, yeah.
Now you just pretty much get in the van, drive around to the front. Everybody loads in, and you got a certain time to be there.
Kind of. Just basically more or less what we do.
So you
Oh.
got to have CDL for it, or
No,
you don't have to, or a passenger endorsement.
you have to have that. Yeah, you have to have the endorsement.
You got to lift anything.
Yeah, you got to pick up people's luggage and stuff.
Okay, that rules me out.
Yeah, when you go to you got to get a DOT medical card and all that stuff. So you have to go through the process. Same way as somebody with a CDL would, but the difference is that you don't you just don't have the CDL. You just do everything else.
Yeah, but Joe Dog's medically restricted from lifting anything heavier than a Taco Bell burrito.
Well, a gallon of milk.
You make Donna do that. Don't try and kid me.
I try. Of course, now that we found out she's lactose intolerant, it's like, I ain't getting no milk. I'm getting this, the expensive shit.
Statesman. Oh, no. given your medical restrictions, you're not going to the liquor store anymore.
No, but I've looked at it a few times.
As you drive past and wave.
So have you heard anything about October yet?
Nope. Hi.
Meow,
Hi, baby girl.
meow, meow.
You've been gone all day. The cat's going to want attention. We understand.
Yeah, I found out cat crawls on my chest while I'm almost horizontal. Better than a double handful of melatonin.
What he's doing? No. Not a call.
I almost started to ask John if he gets any emails or friend requests from the girls he used to know in Berlin. No.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, I knew all of them before the internet came out. So,
Still, you could use a hot goth chick. I mean, seriously. If only for arm candy.
Oh, did you like the Chris Pratt joke, John?
yes.
Did you understand it before he translated it?
No. He was speaking too fast.
He does that.
So what's been going on, Skunk?
I mean, I don't know how I should answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Work, life, stuff.
No, I mean, like, I don't know how honest I should be.
Oh, okay. Here's one that you may not have trouble being honest with. Are you still stuck with a roommate that won't pay their bills?
That was way.
That's ancient history.
Yeah.
I know, but you've not been here for me to ask you this question.
Last I heard, they fled the state.
Well,
Beware
I don't
the
know.
wrath
I
of
don't know
serpent.
about that. I don't know about that. Last I heard, he's back in Cleveland with his dad.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he's not welcome around me, that's for sure.
Yeah, anybody that mistreats skunk is not welcome in my neighborhood either.
Well, that's but his issues with Joe Dog were prior to that whole entire thing. This particular man that we're talking about. He's one of those people that had a drinking problem, and unlike other people that you know and have met who have had drinking problems, um, he refused to admit that he had a problem, and then and then made it worse.
That
So
usually happens, yes.
Well, I remember the night that you stepped in between him and me, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah, Joe Dog would have beat the shit out of his kneecaps. Uh, oh, God. I swore I'd never tell a short joke about Joe Dog again, and here I go. Damn it. I'm sorry, Joe Dog. I do apologize sincerely.
Trust me.
Dan's getting old. He's got a short memory.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, at my age and having to use a cane, kneecaps are an option now.
Good Lord didn't say nothing about kneecaps. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
He didn't
How am
say
I
what.
quoting a show I'd never actually watched?
Hey, Dan, he never said anything about the second cheek either, did he?
Oh, sometimes I'm tempted to go to Lindsay's church and just go through all the quotes and everything else that makes them realize that being a bunch of sons and daughters of the Confederacy is not a good idea if they really want to go to heaven.
Yeah.
But because it would embarrass her, I will not do that. The mere fact that I know the quotes is frightening enough.
And Dawn, that's why mine is a solid piece of wood and not hollow aluminum. That way I can hobble away.
Okay, GoFundMe to get Joe Dog a stainless steel, no, a titanium cane. It won't even bend.
One of my dad's friends, we aggravate the hell out of each other all the time. He works up at Walmart. He walked up behind me and goosed me. And before I knew what I had done flipped that cane up. I broke his knuckle. I mean, he's like, oh! I said, you okay? He goes, no, I'm not okay. I said, well, don't ever sneak up behind me. And he said, I won't.
We used to have a maintenance man at work that was so ticklish. If you came up and just kind of poked him in the back for a practical joke, you were lucky if he was not carrying a monkey wrench, because he would have smacked you upside the head with it.
Yeah. Oh.
Give me 3 steps.
It
is actually 3 steps. Good Lord.
will never see me no more.
Well, you're not going to get rid of me that easily. Um, oh, what have I dropped in the floor now? Mounting brackets for the new lights for the barbecue patio. Mm. All right, at least the envelope didn't bust open.
I'm going to have to replace all the floodlights around my house, the bases,
Yeah.
the squirrels. Get out on the end and launch themselves and break it.
I don't have that problem. I've got cats outdoors. The only thing I got to worry about is possums and raccoons. Um,
We got
some,
those.
somebody suggested that I pile the extra firewood up against the chain link fence so that it would be easy enough for me to go through that gate and just get extra firewood. And I go, why would I want to give the possums and raccoons a ladder to get in to eat the cat food? We already had to replace one trash can that Lindsay was keeping cat food outdoors in, and it got gnawed all to blazes. And I know that was a raccoon, not a raccoon, a possum, because the raccoons would just undo the bungee cords, and because they got hands. Uh,
Oh, Dan, did you watch the video I posted? Is either in Uncle Paul's Secret Humor group? Yeah, I think it was in the Secret Humor group with the chickens. I said,
no,
did that rooster say what I think he said?
That video was amazing. Dan,
um,
if you haven't seen that video, please look it up. It is really good.
this
uh,
hawk, this hawk jumps the fence
And attacks a hen.
and attacks a hen, and the rooster comes out and just whoops his ass
It's amazing.
and chases him off at the end. And I swear at the end, you get that rooster go,
Yeah, it's really good. It's a
I
lot
do,
of fun.
I do expect Carl to put together the sound file for the Roadrunner beep beep with the Tim Curry Richie at the end of it, just to piss off our uh, resident chainmail creator.
who has been uh, also been absent here lately.
Well, here, but he's been on the indie CD shows. Although Monday night I kept going, what? Oh, there's no behind the code. Joe's caught up. Mr. Bachman works really quickly. And now he's all cut up on stuff. So, anybody got any updates? Send them to Joe Bachman, and he will update your section of indie CD damn near instantly once he gets home from work. Dawn, do you have any idea how much everyone wants you to do indie CD 411 as often as you can tolerate it? I mean, seriously, you're a good interviewer. You can make a whole lot of publicity for indie CD. Not Not trying to throw any shade on you or saddle you with responsibilities. I'm just admiring your abilities as an interviewer. Did that work, or is she going to strike me with lightning?
Hearing some crackling.
I
Duck Dan.
hear, I hear thunder. Uh, yeah, yeah. 401 is kind of on hiatus until you. Well, you're in more pain than most of us know how to cope with, Dawn. And I'm glad it's getting better, but I still worry. I absolutely still worry. Oh, Lindsay and I went, what was it, yesterday? Day before? I think it was yesterday. We got wheels made out. Yeah. Now, it's very, very general, but it's just, it made it safe for if anything happened to me, if anything happened to Lindsay, or if anything happened to both of us, stuff will proceed according to our wishes. There's special things that have to be annotated to the document. God, that sounded so grown up. How do I sound like a grown up? I'm not grown up.
I've
I'm
got
just old.
set to if something happens to me, people will get emails.
That's all I need. More Rick rolls from Joe Dog.
No.
After he's gone and I can't punch him.
No, Dan, yours is gonna say it. Dan, I bequeath to you not a damn thing.
Thank God. You're not
Some people
settling me. You're not settling me with any aspect of Alicon. I'll show up,
and
but I ain't being
some
on staff.
yeah. Some people will get one that said, by the way, dude, you ain't getting shit.
Actually, the lawyer recommended against things like that. My oldest stepson has always wanted one of my oil paintings. And Lindsay said, yeah, when I'm dead, he can have it. Because it's one of your oil paintings and I'm keeping it. And
Of course,
my
he also
oldest.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I
Go.
I was told leave them $1. You know, if you don't want anybody to have something, leave them $1.
How about if I leave him a $2 bill? That might be worth something one day.
No, you leave them $1.
I don't hate anybody that much.
What that does is it doesn't. They can't say you overlook them in the will.
We concentrated on the kids mostly. And Lindsay had a long talk with her oldest girl today about her ungodly valuable jewelry. I didn't know she'd spent that damn much money on. But There's one ring that she wants saved. It's a family heirloom in case her oldest son, her only son, decides to get married so that he can give it to his bride. And if not, the girls can argue about it. There was a little bit of conflict about my books. I wanted all the books that I've got autographed from various authors to go to the University of Georgia Special Collections Library. But my own particular library, which is probably larger than many county libraries around the planet, my oldest daughter wants, but she's got no room to save them. So I don't want them put in a storage building and rotting away. Hopefully, anything happens, she's got her own house, or anything happens to both of us, she might want this house. I don't know why. It's nothing but work. I mean, plumbing, carpentry, electrical. It's a house. It was built in the 50s, almost 60s, by Housing and Urban Development. So it's made out of patchwork. Aside from that, my publisher, Scott, is my literary executor. I made that very clear. His entire mission is to make sure that if anything happens to me, Lindsay gets paid any and all royalties, all $25 a year of them.
Well, that's when your books become super popular and everybody wants them.
I'm waiting on Spielberg to say, hey, this would make a great movie, and give me some money. That because I do write things that are very visually oriented. So yeah, I can see that somebody would want to make a movie out of some of it, but they change it.
Well, now it would be James Gunn or Zack Snyder.
I've got James Gunn books on my bookshelves, actually. Never got an autograph on them, but Zack Snyder. He's the one doing the DC movies, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't have enough sex in my books for him to be interested.
Well, I'm sure.
Although, yeah, they could fix that. Yeah, but it wouldn't be me. Good God, if my mom went to the theater and watched that. I don't write porn. I write romance and stuff, but it's mostly adventure. Most of the stuff I write would be quite fitting with Indiana Jones. Same sort of stuff. Although, yeah, I'm waiting to hear your opinion on the newest book, because it is Cold War era spy stories with a sci-fi twist to them.
How do you know the Cold War wasn't a sci-fi twist?
I was there. So were you. You were just close.
I'm not going to tell you how the alien death ray destroyed the Berlin Wall, and they just had to put a bunch of people out there and do news stories. You know, so.
Yeah, it was really rough for me to put those people out there. Uh, had to recreate some of them. No, I mean, you weren't Air Force, but you were military. So I'm sure you could point out where I made absolutely fundamental bullshit flaws.
No, I was not
Um,
Air Force. We did not have air conditioning. Um,
You had your tent set up in a hotel room. Yeah, no.
No, you said a tent up in a hotel room. The Air Force called front desk. Why is there a tent in my room?
Why is there a room in my tent? Um, no, basically, I pulled from every source that I could as far as literary and some movies and some TV shows. I don't believe any of them were Dad's Army, but knowing me, someone will find a reference that I didn't intend. Uh, but actually, I would be very proud if John actually enjoyed the stories,
well,
even though he was
fortunately for you,
in a different branch of the service.
fortunately for you, I was in the Army, and I wasn't in the Marine Corps, so I can actually read.
I'll buy you a box of crayons if you need them. Snack food.
Strangely enough, I just sent this to one of my brothers in the Marine Corps. It's kind of funny. I had an advertisement pop up on my Facebook thing there, and it was for a school box of various flesh-colored crayons. And it was a little like 8-pack box of crayons, but there were like 20 of them in a case. And it was all the different. If you were coloring all these different people in, you could have different flesh tones. So like that. And strange enough, most of the flesh tones were the same color as an MRE package. That flesh
I
brown.
do know. I've never eaten an MRE, but I have seen countless videos about that. Good
Some of
night,
them aren't too
Carl.
bad.
No, some of them are just fine.
Especially if you're hungry.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got a can of chili mac that I'm aching to open up and heat, but
you go 2 days without eating, anything will go good.
you go 3 days without eating, you're ready to overthrow the country that you live in. I do believe that's one of those natural laws.
Oh, John, the Houthis messed with one of our boats.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good. How long ago was it, and how many
January.
survived?
January. Yeah, they shot some missiles at a destroyer. The destroyer.
How stupid are they?
The destroyer took them out. So then they launched a drone strike. Used the Sea Whiz on those. Reported to the Harry S. Truman, all's good, we took care of it. Harry S. Truman then notified Washington. Washington notified, the satellite people. They pulled up images of where it was, sent in the Predators and the F-18.
Not going to launch anything from there anymore.
took out most of their cruise missiles. There's now craters. The Predators made holes for the F-18 to drop the bunker busters in. They hit the mother load with the bunker buster.
They hit an ammo depot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They
Talk
didn't
about
know.
4th of July.
They didn't know it was an ammo depot. They just thought it was, a base.
Happy accidents, just like little trees in a Bob Ross painting.
And the word was sent back. Don't touch our boats.
And stay away from our planes, too.
Good night, Don.
Good night, Dawn.
I mean, you remember what was it? The Iowa in Korea,
Wisconsin.
the Wisconsin.
Don't touch our boats.
No, temper.
I'm sorry, that island didn't really need to be there.
Island. That mountain didn't need to be there.
It was a tall island. Now there are guys that I've watched on YouTube that do military reactions, and half of them are going, "Oh, you attacked a U.S. Navy boat or a ship, or even a little paper plane. You in for a world hurt now." And sure enough, they are or were. Not too many of them left, but they obviously had milliseconds to realize they made a mistake.
I'm just waiting for somebody to think they're bad enough to really actually hit one of the boats.
I think we've proved that with there was one in the Arabian Sea that hit a mine, and then they found out whose mine it was. And within a year, that boat was back, totally rebuilt, and steaming back towards the Middle East. In the meantime, there were some shenanigans by our side. So,
And we're at 10 minutes to go, which means
oh Lord, I could start up the other channel and sit there and go, "Hey, nobody's here. I don't really want to talk."
Yeah. Here we go. Thank you, Skunk, for that. We still use it some.
Yes, really. Now, did you not?
It's just
do
not as much fun if Dawn's not here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she kind of pulls up her Ronan Martin's lap-in sock puppet and dances around to it, and which is really, really cute. Oh, Dawn is a really nice girl. I'm quite fond of her.
No, I did that, and she went, oh.
Probably rolled over in bed, yeah.
And Skunk.
Mm.
We found some other cute things Like this one?
Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. All right.
Yeah, some people hear cussing going on in there, but I can't. Joe Dog can, but he's programmed.
Okay.
Hey, I heard a rooster go. "Motherfucker!"
To be completely fair, I also did not hear the rooster say that.
I did not hear. Yeah. Yes.
Well, it's Joe Dog. He
Joe-
hears.
Joe-
I think
He hears voices.
Joe used to work for Public Works. It's still ringing in his head, is what that is.
Most of the time, the voices in Joe Dog's head tell him to fart in elevators. I mean, seriously.
Hey, farting in elevators is fun.
It's Klingon. For you, it may be fun, but you're not a Klingon. Although they would probably declare a peace treaty rather to use an elevator you've been in before. Those poor college kids, I swear.
I don't think they were college kids. I think they were high schoolers.
Yeah, but they screamed all the way to the bottom of the hotel.
And the 2 Delta flight attendants that saved Chris Walker's life.
Hey, some girls have a cute enough butt that Chris will go, I'm just going to stand here and admire the way you wiggle when you walk.
Hate
And
to see Lee.
don't tell me that Chris Walker does not have those thoughts. I do know for sure he does.
He said one time to me, he goes, man, I hate to see her leave, but I love watching her walk away.
Exactly.
Well, it's going, you're shaking your head like, oh God, what have I got? Came back to.
Hey,
Hey, it's almost the end of the show.
We heard that
You heard what?
it was
it
almost
was
the end of the show.
Because I just ripped a fart and I was thinking, damn, was it that loud?
no, we didn't hear that.
We didn't hear that. No.
But you're now safe from your wife coming in with a frying pan because she'd faint in the doorway.
Oh,
She doesn't have a gas mask. She's not prepared.
She's immune to it now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, she's been married to you for how long?
Nearly 38 years.
Oh, Jesus.
look who shows up right at the closing bell.
Right when we're about to go home. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. And he missed all the talk about him.
Oh,
So when
Well,
did you
he
guys
usually-
start?
He usually does.
Stop the show at 10:30.
Do what?
When did you guys start stopping the show at 10:30?
Sometime in the last 2 years.
Well,
Two-
once StreamYard started getting a little stupid.
Yep, and
they keep bumping up the price, so it's
exactly. Mine goes on for however long I want it to. If nobody's there, I end it early. If I have people show up, we'll go as long as they want to talk. And we aim for 2 hours, but it's very badly aimed. Was that my wife's meds again? Or was that somebody else's phone pinging?
That was my phone.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That was somebody's Facebook.
That was my phone. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because of the dental surgery, Lindsay's got all kinds of alarms plugged into her phone right now to let her know when it's time to take various meds. So I get confused. Listen, I get confused easily. Uh,
Oh yeah.
all right. We've got 4 minutes. Um,
No, we got roughly a minute and 20 seconds.
oh yeah. Well, I wasn't crying. I
You
wasn't.
got 4 minutes.
I wasn't counting. Kiss the face of God. So yeah. Or touch the face of God. Whoa, kiss the face of God. That's kinky. Um,
All right, Skunk, hang around after the show. I want to holler at you for a minute.
All right.
All right.
and you're very welcome to join me for whatever may be a very short show.
Yeah.
Good
It may
seeing
Nah,
just
you.
be.
We
I
need to see
jumped
you more
on.
often. Yeah.
I jumped on this one because you asked me nicely. That's.
Get in here. We missed you.
Hell yeah, we missed you. We love you.
You were always welcome here. If you didn't know that, we thought you did. But yes.
Thought you were mad at us.
No, I thought he was
I
busy as
thought
well.
he was just busy.
Wrestling.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.